Oleksandr Usyk has leaked an audio that contains a worrisome conversation between Tyson Fury, and the ref of the night, Mark Nelson. As much as they didn't want to sound incriminating in the tape, it's now believed that the conversation was the reason behind the woeful officiating in the 9th round that prevented Usyk from a knockout victory. It's about to get crazy.
For the fans, you know, I always say it's about getting paid and getting laid. And we did that tonight. I thank Oleksandr for the good fight. It was a close fight, you know. I believed, like, I thought I did enough.
There's hardly any controversial boxing match anymore, as almost every major boxing match has had some jots of controversy around them. And even in the biggest fight of the century, a fight that was the first of its kind since the 21st century, the referee's decisions raised countless questions among boxing professionals and supporters. Well, as you would expect, the referee, Mark Nelson, came under fire for none other than the dominant moments of Oleksandr Usyk in the 9th round.
I was very upset on the 9th round when the knockdown.
Yes.
And then the count was very
slow.
Immediately, Oleksandr Usyk and his team members began asking questions from the ring, and while many felt they were just fine with the win, Usyk and his team have taken a step further by getting an audio tape of Tyson Fury and John Fury allegedly holding a discussion with Mark Nelson, seeking his favor in the ring, and to the amazement of all, Mark Nelson delivered in the 9th round. Usyk surged in the final rounds, just as the Olympic gold medalist has done so many times in his career, taking control with a dominant 8th and nearly stopping Fury. The 9th, Usyk hurt the 6'9" Fury, who now has 34 wins, a draw, and a loss in 36 fights, with a left hand, and eventually sent him sprawling into a corner in the final seconds of the round, getting credit for a knockdown right before Fury was saved by the bell. But with the discovery of the tape by Oleksandr Usyk, it wasn't just the bell that saved Tyson Fury. In fact, the referee was his main savior before the bell's intervention. And once the fight was over, Oleksandr Usyk's promoter, Oleksandr Usyk, claimed the victory should have come earlier than it did, as the fight didn't have to go past the 9th round to him. Fury was saved by the referee ropes, and then the bell, after a flurry of punches from Usyk, almost sent him to the canvas. I am exhausted. I was cheering and backing Usyk the whole fight. No disrespect to the referee, but he stole. That's my opinion. It was a tremendous performance, Usyk said immediately after the fight during the in-ring interview.
But referee has stolen his victory.
What do you mean?
He had to stop the fight in the 9th.
Do you believe Tyson should have been stopped then?
Yes.
Usyk, however, did enough at the end of 12 rounds to earn a split decision victory, but that didn't stop his promoter from making his complaints. In fact, it was rumored that his promoter had been the one to make the efforts to find out what was fishy about the Furies and referee Mark Nelson, and according to the news doing the rounds, he was the one who handed the tape over to Oleksandr Usyk. Judging from the content of the tape, the Furies and Mark Nelson would have a huge case to settle with the boxing authorities, as everything was done to favor Tyson Fury in the fight. In fact, Tyson was so sure of the bribe favors he received that he became entitled to the win. And when he didn't get the win, he had to blame it on Usyk's nationality. Tyson Fury appeared to claim in the ring that he lost his showdown with Oleksandr Usyk because the judges sided with the Ukrainian over the war in Ukraine. And later at the news conference, Fury batted the question off. While Fury addressed a packed press room, Usyk was taken to hospital for a precautionary MRI scan, not unusual after brutal fights, and attended the conference. An hour later, Fury explained, "It's not up to us. The judges make the decision. I can't complain. I thought I did enough to win, but it's one loss in a very close fight. I tried my best. I enjoyed it. He caught me. I caught him. I thought he nicked one of the first 6 rounds." Speaking in the ring afterwards, Fury had said, "I believe I won that fight. I believe he won a few of the rounds, but I won the majority of them. And I believe it was what can you do one of their decisions. In boxing, we both put on a good fight, best we could do, and you know his country's at war, so people are siding with a country at war. But make no mistake, I've won that fight in my opinion, and I'll be back. We got a rematch clause."
But, you know, I'm not a judge. I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. You know, if they would have said to me in the last round or whatever, "You're down, go out and try and finish him," I would have done that. But we believe, everyone in the corner believed we were up. You know, all I had to do was just keep boxing.
Contrary to thoughts, most unsentimental fans that watched the fight scored a draw at best for Tyson Fury, except for the judge, who was clearly having an off day, that scored the fight in favor of Tyson Fury and prevented Oleksandr Usyk from getting a unanimous decision win. One boxing professional had not only sensed something fishy between Mark Nelson and Tyson Fury, but also claimed Tyson Fury's attitude in the fight seemed so much like that of a winner.
How can you be happy with the scorecards today? Impossible.
What did you score, Alex?
7-5 minimum.
Thanks. Do you feel robbed today? Do you feel robbed?
It was what it was. You can't cry over it, can you? Derek Chisora, how are you, Mosh? How are you? Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Yeah, I thought it was close.
With the leaked audio, we now know he had a second man in the ring fighting in his favor, which was the reason behind his overconfidence. Lennox Lewis criticized Tyson Fury's game plan against Oleksandr Usyk after the Briton suffered a split decision loss to the Ukrainian. Usyk staged a late comeback to edge the fight, and legend Lewis, the last undisputed champion before Saturday's contest, said Fury got his tactics wrong. Fury was boxing like he won the fight. Lewis said on air, no boxer can judge and say they won the fight. Every time a round was close, they should look at it like a loss. Lennox Lewis said,
watch it back on tape and I'll give you my opinion. Don't worry, I'm going to give you
What did you think on the night, though? Even that it could be different on tape.
I thought it was a great fight. I thought both of them fought good. I thought Tyson was leading the way, and then he got caught.
Mark Nelson was appointed owing to his experience and multiple licenses. He's licensed by the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization, and International Boxing Federation, having officiated it over 100 world title fights. However, once he stepped on the canvas on the day, he put on a show of shame and embarrassment to the world of boxing, as many would call it.
Caught, his hands was down. Then I was blank after that.
From the leaked tape, John Fury was the one doing most of the talking. As it happened a few days before the fight, the conversation was mainly on the financial rewards they were going to give Mark Nelson should Tyson Fury emerge victorious. Actually, they ensured they didn't really convince or beg him for a favor. They only promised him some money to appreciate him, which was indirectly a bribe. John Fury had spoken like Tyson had won the undisputed world championship already and was only trying to appreciate Mark Nelson for his efforts in the ring. We just want to appreciate you. We'd have loved to do it before the fight, but so it doesn't come off as corrupt, we'll do it once Tyson wins. We have a little gift for you. But unsurprisingly, the 9th round proved what they all were trying to do. As soon as some fan got to know about the leaked tape, they quickly jumped on social media calling for a punishment for Mark Nelson and Tyson Fury. A fan wrote, boxing keeps amazing me with the height of corruption. Every match, many will lose interest and it'll lose its relevance. Another quipped, if this is truly the case, then there's almost no way forward for boxing. It's sad. This sport has been reduced to a profit-making enterprise.
They'll win. Yeah? Okay, no knockout, no problem. But 12th round is a big drama. Yeah.
On news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel.
A very skillful fight, full of skill, full of movement, full of heart, full of drama. And I thought it was a fight of two halves. I mean, we're all debating. See you, mate. See you guys. We're all debating the scores. I actually thought that.
And don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.